You know, I was, I wasn't like a mean kid, but I was full of mischief. Um, I had a teacher in the sixth grade, and her name was Miss G-Taz. She's my English teacher. And I had a crush on her. She was probably in her early 20s or mid 20s. Real pretty lady, very, very attractive. And one day, uh, some of us boys got hold of some hot ice. You know what hot ice is? That's that stuff. That's all I know to call it, hot ice. And I felt real bad about this ever since I did it. But you know how somebody dares you to do something? Well, a couple of boys dared me to do something, and they told me I was chicken if I didn't and all that. And of course, that meant I had to do it. And what they wanted me to do was drop a piece of that hot ice down the front of her blouse. Um, so I did. Fortunately, it didn't go behind her bra. I guess it just went down the front and it come out the bottom of her blouse. Well, I got in a heap of trouble over that. Actually, I didn't get into as much trouble as I should have got into about it. But it wound up, me and them other two boys, they took us down to the principal's office. And the guy, I don't know if these truant officers are police or not, but the truant officer come in there, and we thought he was actually police. I don't know if he was or not, but we got wrote up for it. Actually, if you did that now, today, I would expect there would be some charges placed against you. Because that actually was some kind of an assault on somebody. And why in the world would I do that? Because I just love that teacher to death. Miss G. Taz. I don't know. I don't know whether she was dark complected. And of course, back then, you know, whites went to one school and the black people went to another school. But she was dark complexion. And thinking back on it, I would think she was probably Arabic or something from one of those countries. But that's just something else I did. I regret doing it. And I guess if she's living today, she's probably about 90. Maybe older than that. But I'd sure like to apologize to her. Yeah, I was full of mischief. Full of mischief. Heck, even one day, I had this letter from an ex-girlfriend of mine. They moved to another city, and she sent me a letter. And I was showing it to a couple of girls after school. We're standing over there by the flagpole. But I don't know why I was even showing it to her, but she wanted to see it, and I wouldn't let her have it. And she snatched that thing out of my hand and started to run off with it. And I caught up with her, and she took and crammed it down the front of her blouse, thinking that she could keep it from her that way, but that didn't stop me. I went down the front of that blouse and I got it. That's something else. I guess if you done that to a lady now, whether she don't matter what she put down her blouse, you get in a heap of trouble about it. I guess. But that was Loretta. But I sure went down there and got that thing. I like to see Loretta. Her and Gloria. But Loretta's one of them girls that I told her, you know, I was talking some, call it trash or smack to her, you know. I was telling her about that she was the prettiest girl in school and that I loved her, and that if we was around each other when we got older, I'd like to marry her and stuff like that. And she just eat that stuff up. She melted. That's when I figured out the girls like to hear that stuff about how pretty they are and how much you like them and all that stuff. Oh, Lord. That brings back memories. I did. I talked a lot. I did a lot of smooth talking with some of the girls I knew. Once I figured out what they liked to hear, that was my line that I'd hand them. Oh, I thought that was a cat's meow. All right. I'm still scared to death getting in this shower, even with this shower stove. So I've got it drug out. I'm gonna see if I can, once I set on that, there's no handles for me to push up with, and I don't know if I can stand back up. So, let's just see. I'm gonna do some practicing here. I've got it kind of high. If I can't get up, I'm gonna have to holler for Donovan. Okay, right there it is. Now, I'm sitting on it. Oh my gosh. Let's see, I think I can push this high enough. I can push up. Okay. Let's try that again. And what I'm thinking, I can use the walker. Well, let's see, I'm gonna have this sitting in the shower. And I don't know. I don't know. All right. Boy, back. All right, let me get back up. Now, I'm gonna get back over here on my wheelchair. I'm gonna have to be extremely careful doing this. Now, I'm gonna put this back in the shower. I'm gonna have to sit right about there. If this, is that a dang bug I see crawling?
Yep.
I don't think this is gonna work.
Heck no, that's bigger than the steps outside.
What?
I said that is bigger than the steps outside. Pop, you will fall.
Oh, Lord. Nope, I ain't gonna be able to do it like this. All right. Now that thing is too. All right. Still recording?
Yep.
All right. Back to the drawing board. Go. You recording?
Yes, it is.
All right. Get back over here. Let me try this. Oh, I got a lock. That's what's wrong with it. All right. Go over here. Pull it this way a little bit. Now, let me see if I can do it like this. All right. I'm sitting on it. I'm in there, but the problem is, I start without. Oh, that was just. Well, maybe. Let's try this.
No, because of that ledge.
Well,
You will hurt yourself.
I'm gonna back up to it.
It's too big of a space, Pop.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I ain't
You're
gonna
gonna
sit down.
fucking fall.
Is it recording?
Yes, it's recording.
All right. The problem is, this doesn't give me any, it wants to roll when I put it on that tile to get in the shower. So there was something for me to sit on out here to where I could slide over on that. Could I use my transfer board? I don't know, guys. This is gonna be. Now, I can put these legs back out here and I can get in there, but then everything's gonna get wet out here because I won't be able to pull the shower curtain shut. I don't know. Trying to come up with something. I need a shower so bad. I don't know. Well, YouTube family, y'all got any suggestions? The only thing I could figure out right now is if I'm buck-ass naked and get Donovan or my daughter to help me in and out of the shower, and me buck naked, and I don't like that. So, I'm open for any suggestions, guys. This stool was a Christmas present from my daughter. She also got me a printer, a new printer, because my printers took a dump. And I've been using the Hewlett Packard inkjet printer. And I'm on this instant ink program with Hewlett Packard, and they monitor my printer, and they know when I'm going to be needing ink, and they send me new cartridges. And that cost me $4.99 a month to print up to 100 pages. And the printer she got me, she didn't know. She didn't realize that a laser jet uses a different kind of, it doesn't use ink, it uses toner cartridges, and those toner cartridges are very, very expensive. And this one here will only print in black. And I need a color printer, so she's gonna take this one back. And she couldn't find the inkjet regular. Walmart was all out of printers except that one. So we'll see. I can't print any photos or anything because it'll all come out in black and white on that laser printer. I didn't even open the box once I realized what it was. I've been looking at this. I'm wondering if I can stand up here at the wheelchair and grab hold of these bars and help myself in the shower. Of course, all that would have to be cleared off. All right. I don't know. Hey, Donovan?
Yes, sir.
Come here a minute. I'm gonna stand up here and I'm gonna see. I'm not gonna try it, but I'm just gonna see what it's like. If I can.
Again, that edge.
Huh. Okay, GoPro stop. My neighbor over there in the scooter just waved at me. I wonder if she's ever turned these. Boy, there's plants all over the place. She's got. I'm gonna tell her what. Now she's not gonna be able to. I don't know. Boy, that needs some work. Hi.
How you doing?
How you doing?
I see you got your puppy out too, huh?
Can't hardly hear you, dear. I'm hard of hearing. Yeah, that's my baby.
Huh? This here gets bad.
Yeah.
You bite anything that moves. No. Well trained though.
I wish I had a ramp like y'all got over there. I don't have. The VA is supposed to build me one.
They'll do it. Who did that one? You belong to VA too?
Bailey, what you doing?
What was you in?
Bailey. Bailey.
Navy?
Baby. You have a good day, sir. Merry Christmas.
You too. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, old man.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the man. I wish I could hear. That was the man, that wasn't the woman. He sure got a lot of stuff. He's got a lot of oranges on the ground. I wonder what kind of oranges those are. Pearson. Oh, they done set the old dishwasher out there. Huh. I didn't know that. You know, I had quite a few friends when I was in the Army, back in the late 50s and early 60s. And two of my best friends in there, one's name was Donald Patterson, the other one was named Curtis Freeman. And I had been trying to find them for years. Donald was a black guy. And the way him and I met, when I first went to Germany, I flew over. The rest of the battalion had to take the boat. And the reason I flew over, they didn't want me on the boat with I had a broken hand. And when I got there a whole week before the rest of the battalion did, actually more than a week. It took them 9 days to cross the ocean on that boat. And I had been there over a week doing nothing, just kicking back and cooling my heels. And when the rest of the battalion got there, Donald, I didn't know him, and he thought he knew me. Now, I'm white, of course, and he's black. And and now I'm a Southern boy. And I didn't. This is when I realized something wasn't right about the whole system. Of course, I had a pretty good idea it wasn't right all along. But he come up, he said, "Hey, man," and he come up there and started hugging on me. And all I could see was this black guy putting his hands on it and hugging me. So I wrapped my left arm around his neck and I started pounding him upside the head with my fist. And unbeknownst to me at that time, when I did that, I broke my hand. First blow, I broke a bone in the top of my hand. It was this bone right here. And I already had a cast on anyway from a sprain that I had in my wrist. But that man whooped my ass. I mean, whooped my butt to a fairly well. I mean, every time I hit him, he hit me 4 or 5 times. I got my comeuppance that day. Yes, I did. But we was good friends after that, you know, and I liked Donald, and of course I didn't know the outfit I was getting in was before the military services integrated. They were segregated, you know, and when they integrated, 28th Artillery, 2nd Harris Battalion was an all black outfit. So I wondered why there were so many blacks in there, and of course at the time I didn't know why, but it was because they were about 50% black, 50% white. Actually, the blacks had a majority in that outfit I was in. Wind's blowing. But that's why there was so many blacks in there. But I got my comeuppance with that boy. And I've been trying to find him for years. I knew what city he was from and everything, but I just couldn't get nothing on him about him. And there was another guy named Curtis Freeman that I was a good friend of mine, and he actually introduced me to my wife's family from the get-go, telling me about my wife. Said she's cute as a little bug. He was going up there every weekend on pass to see her sister Chloe. And I never did go, but I met her after I got out of the Army. I started writing her. I remembered her address. Back then, you didn't have box numbers or anything up there. It was up in the mountains. And all I had to do was put her name, Norma Jean Shields, Star Route, Nantahala, North Carolina. And mailman knew exactly where to take it. But Curtis was a good friend of mine too. And I've been trying to find him for years because he never knew that I wound up marrying Chloe's sister. And I just wanted to know and thank him, but never could locate him. Well, I located both of them about a week ago, and they're both dead. They both stayed in the military, and they both wound up in Vietnam, and they were both killed in Vietnam. So that was a big letdown, you know. Curtis, I don't know what his wife did after he was killed. He married a German lady while we was in Germany, and I'm assuming that when he transferred out of the military and went back to the States, he was transferred to another base. I understand it was, I can't think of what the name of that place. It was in Georgia. But he wound up in the infantry. And he went to Vietnam and he was killed. So I don't know if his wife, being German, went back to Germany or stayed in the States. She could have done either one. It would have been up to her, I guess. I don't know if she was a citizen yet or not, you know, but when he was killed like that, she got a widow's pension from the veteran. I don't know if it's from the VA but she was getting. Now that guy's out walking around, and he was riding a scooter a while ago. I'd sure like to talk to him. Anyhow, that's what happened to my two best friends. And when I left Germany, Donald was a sergeant already. I was an E4 to a corporal, but I wasn't a corporal. I was a specialist. I was an ammunition specialist. I set fuses and stuff on it. I was in an artillery outfit. And you know, those shells, before you shoot them off, you have to put fuses on them. You know, like one fuse could be for a point. In other words, when it hit, it exploded. Then another one could be an RC, which is radio control. Well, it wasn't radio control, but it sent out signals. And when it got within a certain amount of distance above the ground or close to an airplane or something, it would explode. I was on a 155 howitzer, but I sure had some good times over there, and people say thank you for your service, and I feel like I ought to be thanking them for giving me the chance to serve. I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed it, folks. I really did. I feel guilty a lot, though, for not staying in. I didn't stay in because I didn't want to go to Vietnam, and that's probably where I would have surely went if I'd have stayed in. And my brother, he'd already been wounded twice over there, and I just didn't want to go. Some say you're a coward or you're a chicken or something like that, but that didn't have nothing to do with it. I believe when it's your time to go, it's your time to go. I wouldn't have wanted to went over there and died, of course, but nobody wants to die. Even most Christians, they don't want to die, but they want to go to heaven, so that don't. I know one guy, he was a choir leader in our church that I was a member of for, well, ever since 1966 is when I joined that church. Bowertown Missionary Baptist Church. And the last time I was up there was when my wife, right before she died, I was up there picking her up. She had spent some time with her sister. And I was taught, his name was Carl Cross. I don't know if he's still living or not, but when I was up there 13 years ago, he was living, and I talked to him, and he was still a choir leader. And I was asking him about his wife. Well, Russell said she's passed away, and I pray to God every night he'd just go on and take me so I can be with her. Carl was a nice guy. And he had two sons. One's name was Donald and one's name was Gary. And my baby sister-in-law, she she had a major crush on Gary. Gary was turned out to be a school teacher, and Donald become a bona fide, licensed, certified carpenter of some sort. And he made a lot. He was making a lot of money the last I heard, doing what he was doing. Boy, that was been a while. I knew both them boys when they was like grade school. All right, I'll wrap this up. I guess I'll be out long enough. I'm going over in my mind about how to work getting in that shower and getting out safe. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go look up shower stools and see if there's something I can get that would come even with that I can slide over on. That's what it's gonna take. Anyway, guys, it's Christmas Eve, and Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah, whatever you call it. And for those of you that's offended by me saying Merry Christmas, I'll say Happy Holidays. And for those of you that's offended by me saying Happy Holidays, back at you again, Merry Christmas. And 2020 is almost gone. I'll make another video tomorrow. I'm going out for a ride on Christmas Day. See you in the next one, guys. Love all of you. I ain't never thrown y'all a kiss before. Here, for the ladies. For the guys, hug. Okay, there's one guy, I guess if I could meet him in person, I'd kiss him right on top of that bald head. I'm talking about you, Marty. That's my crazy family. God, I wish I could meet some of you people. See you in the next one. Bye-bye. GoPro, stop recording.